The One World Media Radio Award is given for an audio feature, podcast or single programme from a series that examines issues or follows a story in a developing country. This year's nominees are
Diary of a Pakistani Atheist, BBC World Service.
Dear Diary, last night I got together with friends. It was a fun evening over drinks and cigarettes. Suddenly one friend looked at me and said, "I worry about you." I asked her why. She took a sip from her glass of vodka and said, "You're an atheist." I asked her why that was a cause for worry, and she said, "Because you're going to hell." For her, it was not a problem that she was drinking. She would be forgiven because she is a Muslim. I would not be because I had left Islam.
Perfume Isle's Fatal Lure, RTE Radio 1.
Tonight won't be Dwamaweer's first trip from Anjouan to Mayotte.
I lived on Mayotte illegally for the past 10 years. Then 4 months ago, I was stopped on the street by police. And when I didn't have the correct papers, I was deported immediately. I have 2 boys, aged 8 and 2. I asked to be allowed to say goodbye to my family, but was refused. My 8-year-old was told that his father had been expelled, and that was that. So I've borrowed the fare for the Kwasa Kwasa boat from my family and a moneylender. The trip will cost me €200. Mayotte has a health service, an education system and hope, none of which are available to me on Anjouan.
South Sudan, a failure to act, BBC World Service.
I do remember one particular message saying that the soldiers were now inside the compound. I made a phone call to one of the SPLA generals as soon as I heard from her, and I said the soldiers are in the compound. He said, "I'm in touch with the people there. I'll contact their commander and get them under control. Don't worry." So I was told that help was on its way, and I passed that message on to the people who were at Terrain. But then I continued to receive messages saying there was a lot of shooting.
Skype message, 4:18 p.m.
They're in the apartments downstairs.
They were taking everything. They were breaking into all of the buildings.
They're beating our door. Don't know how long it will take them.
They didn't think they had very much time left. Where was help?
Quietly freaking out. I think we have 5 minutes most. Where are they?
Where were the soldiers who were supposed to be coming to rescue them? And the messages just kept coming.
Please welcome to present this award, radio and television presenter Ian Collins.
Thank you. I've worked in radio for 20 years or thereabouts, and like most people, I've seen it change. We all have. The digital revolution has meant, of course, that what we can do today would have been unheard of 10 years ago, even maybe 5 years ago. We can now write, record, edit, produce, as well as share entire programs to the world merely from our telephones. This is incredible stuff. Who would have thought it? That said, there's always been a constant with radio, and that is the unique way that radio allows stories and news to be told. It's something really rather different to any other medium. Telling a visual story, but only in words, is simply a beautiful skill. All of the nominees in this category have done this in varying and powerful ways. Words, great words. And there's also something else, of course, the kind of stories that one can tell through radio, bringing these stories from developing countries and challenging areas, whether they're social or political, also means that radio, again, certainly for me, wins every time. So it's a huge congratulations to all of the 3 nominees that you saw. But there is a winner. There is an envelope. And the winner is South Sudan, a failure to act.
Obviously, I'm not Tommy and not Rob. Neither of them could be here tonight, but would have very much liked to have been to receive this award. Congratulations to the other nominees too. There They both wanted me to just convey the kind of the difficulty of making this programme and the courage of the women who came out and spoke about the ordeal that they went through in terrain camp. And of course, the reason that they were willing to speak to the BBC was because they wanted to give a voice to the thousands of women in South Sudan who are having to go through this ordeal of sexual violence on a regular basis. So they wanted to give a voice to them. So thank you very much.